Are you using a laptop for a router? Are you having some problems with configuring some features on Zeroshell? Well, stick around and I got a explanation for all your problems. Welcome back to Pushing Technology to the Limit. I have two Zeroshell routers. I have a desktop router and I have this laptop router right behind me here. And when I was doing my setup videos for the firewall, I was also copying those rules to my router, to the laptop router, and from the desktop router to the laptop router. And I come to find out that there's some issues with the firewall, and not even just the firewall itself, but some other things in the router that I never discovered before. But if you've watched my video in the past, whether it's the startup videos or kind of the in the middle, but at least with the startup video, I warned you about the laptop routers, that there's some issues with them. I mean, they're not as well, they're stable. They're laptops, but there's just something not as good about a laptop router as a physical desktop router when it's a huge PC. Yeah, your laptop will save you some money, but they'll work if all you want to do have internet access, run a few port forwarding ports on your router, and that's about it. But nothing really fancy. This router will do it, and I have it running, and I have no complaints really. But I'm also trying to set up some rules on my firewall for my laptop to stop some things and to do some more advanced things than I don't need on my other router. But anyhow, that's my problems today. Is that laptop router is not gonna cut it, and I'm gonna have to eventually switch over to a tower router, so I have two tower routers instead of a laptop and a tower. So I'll have two of them. The one reason why I went with a laptop is for backup purposes. So if the power goes out and when I need to go on my generator, I can cut some power and save a few watts and some gas when I'm using it on the generator. So let me show you what's going on here with my laptop router. So here's this Dell, I'm not sure if it's Inspiron or what laptop it is. It's not too old. It's a 64-bit Windows 8. Well, it no longer has Windows on it. It has the Zeroshell built into it now. But some of the things I question about this laptop, and not just this laptop, but any laptop for that matter, is the network cards. And I just don't know if it's the hardware really. This is just only my explanation, my theorizing on what the problems could be. I mean, a laptop was just for portability. It was not really meant to sit in one place and run network, type applications like a router, for instance. I mean, it would work, but so I'm not sure if it's down here with the network card that's on the motherboard, or if it's these Ethernet to USB ports that I've got. And I don't even know if it could be the USB ports that are actually on this motherboard. I have no idea, but I can't really show you too much here with this the screen here. But I can't really explain it to you what's going on, except that when I do like some pings, it's not responding to certain things. Like for an example, I tried blocking my port 80 and 443. Didn't even really stop it. And so I don't know, like I said, if it's the hardware that's on this Dell laptop or if it's the network cards. It could be about anything. The only thing that I have not had problems with is this computer right here. Let me back up so you can see it a little better. So I have this tower router. It's a Dell dual core computer, and it's about a '08 or '07 system. Runs pretty good. It does everything I need, and I have no issues with the firewall or anything that I can slap at it, except for this router right here. I don't know, but I think it's just some incompatibility issues with the hardware, and maybe it's the software too. I don't know. Maybe it's not really been designed to work with laptops. I mean, it should, but how many people are really doing it on a laptop? I mean, so I don't know. I just thought I'd just show you this issue that I've had. I can't, like I said, I can't really show you the issues with it, but just believe me that I'm having some issues with the thing working right. So if you are just starting out with your router, and this is the first video that you've come across, please go to my one of my first videos that I did on Zeroshell, which is called Zeroshell Router Easy Setup. And that's how I show you how to get everything functioning, basically. I mean, it's just very simple. It's easy to understand. I can't really tell you any more about it because I can't go through it on this video, but just watch that video. I don't know, I may or may not put it in the video description. We'll see, but that's for later use. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but just in case if I don't, go to that Zeroshell Router Easy Setup, and it's one of the older ones that I've got, and actually one of the first ones that I've done with Zeroshell. So if you are having problems with your laptop router, I suggest switching to another tower. Now, I don't, depends on what you want to use, whether you want to use Dell or another brand. But I would just stay away from the really, really old stuff. And what I mean by that is I would stick with things that are, well, Pentium 4 at least, but 3 gigahertz, not just 2 gigahertz. I've had the Zeroshell on 2 gigahertz and under, and it was awful. I mean, the thing hardly worked. So I wouldn't go any farther than 4 gigahertz, and or not 4 gigahertz, but 3 gigahertz and on Pentium 4. But I do recommend dual core processors and higher. The more processors you have, the better it is. So I hope you enjoyed this video, you got something from it, and I'll see you the next time on Pushing Technology Limit. Have a great day.